What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and you're watching NFL Daily. I have the latest NFL news and rumors, and we're going to kick off the show with Josh Gordon. Some bad news here, but I can't say that I'm surprised. So Gordon, who literally just joined the Seahawks on November 1st, has been suspended indefinitely for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing drugs and substances of abuse. Josh Gordon was suspended indefinitely last December for violating the terms of his conditional reinstatement under the NFL's drug policy, and that was lifted on August. When is Josh Gordon ever going to learn? When we're making this show, we're sitting here talking about a Josh Gordon timeline, and I'm going to show you this timeline of everything that this young man has had to deal with, but he's also putting it on himself. So right now, be patient with me. On 2013, Gordon was suspended 2 games for violating the NFL's substance abuse policy. 2014, prior to the start of the season, arrested for a DWI in Raleigh, North Carolina. 2015, suspended the entire season due to another violation, alcohol in this case, of the league's substance abuse policy. 2016, his initial application for reinstatement was denied by the league in April because he failed another drug test. But guess what? We got another timeline graphic for you coming up. So Gordon was reinstated by the NFL in July, which allowed him to participate in training camp. Now, he was expected to come back in Week 5, but he elected to enroll in a 30-day intensive rehab program. 2017, Gordon's application for reinstatement was first denied by the NFL in May, and then he was able to come back in Week 13. 2018, Gordon announced that he would miss the start of training camp to focus on his recovery. 2019, now we're here, suspended on December 16th, indefinitely for violating the league's substance of abuse policy. So the question that I have for everyone who's watching right now, even if you're not even an NFL fan, you know that this is the topic of discussion around Josh Gordon. Will he ever play in the NFL again? Type Y for yes, type N for no. And if you're watching the show and you want to know my opinion, hit me up on IG at MitchellRenz365. Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns, a team, well, that Gordon used to play for. It's a mess in Cleveland. I think we can all agree with that, am I right? So they fell to 6-8. They're out of the playoffs. But the real story is that there's a report that Browns players want out of Cleveland. And apparently, some of them yelled, "Come get us," to the Cardinals sideline. I don't know if I'd really want to go from the Browns to the Cardinals, because last time I checked, the Cardinals are doing a lot worse than what the Browns are. But the reason why this is an interesting discussion is because, guess what? If you watch the show here, we've talked about OBJ trade rumors, and now there's other players apparently wanting out of Cleveland. If you haven't seen our video yet on the top destinations for OBJ, here are our top 5 teams right now. If you want to throw in the comments where you think OBJ is going to go, please do it. Because right now also, one of his best friends, Jarvis Landry, one of the reasons why he went to the Browns, apparently is one of the players that wants out. So this is a tweet from Michael Silver this morning. More fallout for the Jarvis Landry tirade during the Browns and Cardinals game. I'm told by 2 sources that before the game ended, multiple Browns players yelled at the Arizona sideline to come get me, asking to come play for the Cardinals. Landry, I'm told, is one of them. Now this season, he's got 5 touchdowns. He's got over 1,000 yards. But when you really think about the Jarvis Landry that came over for the Dolphins, his target share has been down. His receptions has been down. Maybe Jarvis Landry, OBJ, have just had an absolute enough with this Cleveland Browns team, a team that had playoff aspirations, a team that Tom and I bet on to go to the playoffs this year, and that one's kind of kicking us in the butt right now. So we've done OBJ trade rumors, but how about this? Jarvis Landry, where's he going to play in 2020? If you think he's going to stay with the Browns, all you got to do is comment Browns. But if you think that he's about to go to another place this upcoming season, I want you to throw it in the comments section. And make sure you guys subscribe to Chat Sports, because we're going to be talking about these rumors all season. Let's talk about Lamar Jackson. Man, I love me some Lamar Jackson. He is having an absolutely incredible year. And good for him. He leads Pro Bowl voting by the fans. So it ended on December 12th, and he received 704,699 total votes. Guess what? I'm going to pat my back for getting that number right. So the favorite right now to win the MVP, and he absolutely should be the favorite to win the MVP. When you look at the numbers that he is putting up, it's actually laughable. You kind of look at it and you're like, man, is he literally in a video game right now? 33 passing touchdowns, 1,103 rushing yards. The only other quarterback to have over 1,000 rushing yards, it's Michael Vick. Lamar Jackson has been an absolute sensation. So here are the 2020 Pro Bowl fan voting leaders. Lamar Jackson, number 1. Number 2 is Russell Wilson. Number 3 is Patrick Mahomes. Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, the two running backs on this list, both with over 400,000 votes. Now, Lamar Jackson, Wilson, Mahomes, Dalvin Cook, and Christian McCaffrey, I would argue that some of those players might be your favorite. So everyone who's watching right now on Chat Sports, I want you to shout out your favorite player. Throw it in the comments section below. We are the most interactive YouTube channel, and I want you guys to get to know me, and I want to get to know you. So I want you to shout out your favorite player. Right now, for me, my favorite player is Josh Jacobs. And man, I'll tell you what, I would absolutely love to get my hands on a Josh Jacobs jersey. Now, luckily for y'all, we have hundreds and hundreds of jerseys on sale. Chatsports.com/NFL jersey. If Tom Brady's your favorite player, go get a Brady jersey. You want a Bosa jersey? I know there's a ton of 49er fans, and I also know we got a lot of Cowboys fans right now for Dak Prescott, Tom Brady, Josh Jacobs. Any NFL jersey of your choice, hundreds of them, on sale, limited time only. Go get an awesome gift for somebody holiday season, chatsports.com/NFL jersey. Well, we talked about Tom Brady. We're going to talk about his head coach now. We're going to talk about Bill Belichick because today, Max Kellerman, now, I'm not the biggest fan of Max Kellerman, but he wants Bill Belichick suspended for Spygate 2.0 video. So during a discussion on Monday's First Take about the Patriots, photographers basically found, obviously, you know, this whole Bill Belichick, the Patriots filming the Cincinnati Bengals. Kellerman basically says that it's time that he gets suspended. So he called it laughable that Belichick knew nothing about the filming. Now, Stephen A. Smith came to his defense and said, you know, he brought up a point that there's no evidence to prove Belichick had anything to do with this, which then Kellerman replied, and I totally agree. I think at this point you can look at the Patriots and say there's an ongoing system of systemic rules breaking. Like, this is the prime example, I think, if you see somebody do something wrong and they keep doing it, you're not really going to believe that he had nothing to do with it. It's Bill Belichick. You honestly think that Bill Belichick doesn't know any, like, he knows every single thing that's going on in that organization. Is a man who has just done everything right his entire career on the field. You're starting to look at some of these Spygate scandals and some of these off-the-field things, and I'm wondering if it's going to taint his reputation a little bit. But man, the Patriots, I don't know if I believe them. Just saying, I have no idea if I trust the New England Patriots. Now, we're going to have some fun here. Got a limited time only, okay, for the next 365 days. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you got to take advantage of this deal. It's not going to last forever. $0 a monthly subscription to Chat Sports YouTube channel. You want to become a subscriber? Click that subscribe button. It's going to cost you $0 a month. Take advantage of this deal next 365 days. Right now, best holiday gift you can give somebody, subscription. But it might cost you a little bit, just saying. Let's talk about Urban Meyer. More Urban Meyer rumors, and is he going to be the next head coach of the Redskins? Well, if you listen to the internet, that's basically what people are freaking out about. So, Washington Redskins owner Daniel Snyder, we know he has a big decision around a new head coach since they fired Jay Gruden. So, former Ohio State head coach Urban Meyer was seen sitting with the Redskins' injured quarterback Alex Smith this past week, who Meyer coached back in 2004 at Utah, which is literally why I'm talking about this, because social media went nuts. So, despite the optics of the situation, Meyer was not there on business. At least that's what he says, and that's also what Terry McLaurin, rookie wide receiver of the Redskins, is saying. He basically says, Urban Meyer was my guest. Meyer wanted to watch Dwayne Haskins. He wanted to watch McLaurin, both players who he used to coach. But when you talk about Urban, especially sitting down with a former quarterback that he used to coach, going to visit former players on a team that will be looking for a new head coach this offseason, people are going to freak out. But it's good, because then I get to talk about it. Now, Myers said that he thinks that he's done coaching, but I don't know. I don't know if he is. So if I was Urban Meyer, these are the top 5 places that I would look into potentially coaching. The New England Patriots. Maybe Bill Belichick, once Tom Brady leaves, you could have a new head coach. The New Orleans Saints, there's been a ton of rumors always around Sean Payton, whether or not he's going to be the head coach there. The Washington Redskins, I mean, heck, he's watching the games. Cleveland Browns, used to be a coach at Ohio State, why not? And then the next team I would talk about, the Dallas Cowboys, because there's been multiple reports connected to where he could be the next head coach of the Cowboys, because Jason Garrett, I think he needs to get fired. So Urban, if you ask him, says, I'm not going to coach again. I don't know if I believe him. I mean, who am I to say that you wouldn't believe Urban Meyer? Am I right? So will Urban Meyer coach again? I want you guys to type 1 for yes, and I want you to type 2 for no. I don't know if Urban Meyer is going to coach next year, but I have a very hard time believing that he's not another coach at some point, whether in college football or in NFL again. If I was a betting man, and y'all know I am, chatsports.com/bet, I would bet my money on Urban Meyer coaching again. I'm typing my 1. So one of the teams that I talked about for Urban was the Cowboys. So the NFC East right now is tied between the Cowboys and the Eagles, both at 7-7. A big-time matchup this upcoming week. So who do you got winning the NFC East? The Cowboys? Type Cowboys. Or if you think it's going to be Eagles, type Eagles. And if you think that the Cowboys or the Eagles are going to win the division, go to BetDSI right now. Put your money where your mouth is. Chatsports.com/bet. But when you go to BetDSI, use the promo code NFL120 for 120% deposit bonus. BetDSI has hooked up Chat Sports with the best deal on the internet. Take advantage of it. And I know before I said subscribe to Chat Sports because right now's the time to do it. Right now's the time to get started with BetDSI too. Holiday giveaways, they always put an extra $25 in your account. They gave me $25 for Thanksgiving. Don't tell anyone. Probably going to put another $25 in there for Christmas as well. Get started with BetDSI right now. So here are the NFC East standings. Cowboys at 7-7, Eagles at 7-7, and Giants and Redskins, you know, they're an afterthought. The Cowboys did take care of business against the Eagles earlier this year, but as of late, the Eagles and Cowboys, I don't know if either team actually deserves to win this division. Can we just have no winner in the NFC East? I mean, look at the Cowboys, what they've done the last 3 weeks, and then their upcoming 2 games. The Bills, they dropped one on Thanksgiving. Then they lost to the Bears on Thursday Night Football, another ugly game. But then they come back this past week up against the Rams, who just beat the Seahawks, and they beat them easily 44-21. It's why I love the NFL. It's why that here at Chat Sports we can keep the lights on. Now here at the Eagles, you lose to the Dolphins. What? I remember seeing that. I was like, come on, man. Then week 14, take care of business against the Giants in overtime. Week 15, you beat the Redskins. But the reason why we are talking about this game, whoever wins Cowboys at the Eagles in week 16, you're probably going to be in the playoffs. Unless, I don't know, the Eagles or the Cowboys drop their next week 17 game. Now, the Cowboys in this one, according to BetDSI, are favorites by 2.5 points. The over-under in this one is 48. So I want to know from everybody who's watching right now, who you got. I want you to type Cowboys or I want you to type Eagles. Now, Dak Prescott has actually been a very good quarterback going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I would even say owns the Eagles. For me, I'm going to chatsports.com/bet. I'm using that promo code NFL120, and I'm going to bet on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys beating the Philadelphia Eagles, Carson Wentz, in the city of brotherly love, and I'm going to smash that over-under. I think this one's going to be over 48 points. Cowboys win. They beat the Eagles. If you don't like it, yell at me on Instagram, @MitchellRenz365.